number 4441, engaging in criminal summoning with the Ontario Police. And this is P.O.C. They're engaging in what is criminal summoning at the Ontario International Airport. Doing so with regard to the evidence that I'm publishing on the internet. Ontario police are stalking, and so are Fontana police at the Fontana McLean train station. And this is again employee 4441. This is the African American male that I documented before. Very mentally disturbed. It's unsafe as I'm exposing these demons who are terrorists for them to be engaging in transit, public transportation. But this is the strategic placement of demons who are engaging in terrorism in the U.S. By the way, I just want to be clear. That's the basis of federal prison. The entity stalking with Fontana Police and also with Ontario Police. It's 7:27 p.m. So Ontario Police are blocking with light activity, and this is targeted. This is the Ontario International Airport that has the fake sun through the window at all hours when the Route 61 going toward Pomona or going toward Fontana, the exact same P.O.C. Those are demons that are using police vehicles as the method of stalking with light as opposed to the fake sun. Okay, this is indeed employee 4441. And this is, again, an unlawful threat that he is posing, that OMNITRANS is posing, and that the entity is doing so through the corrupt businesses, the people of the state. Okay, this is what the entity, the TSA and the Ontario International Airport must have a bomb threat or something. They're engaging in the criminal summoning like they are always doing on a 24-hour basis. Okay, with regard to my documentation, you will see the thread on X that is also filtered to Threads and to Facebook, both my Facebook page and profile. And this is what the entity's pattern of conduct is. The entity, Fontana Police, flying in circles over me as I'm publishing evidence. These are the criminal acts of retaliation. Michael Dorsey, Mike LORENZ, they're going to be prosecuted, and this is relevant for what are the mental examinations necessary upon being a terrorist, a gang stalker, a stalker that hides that in a police uniform behind a department, but also the fact that they are mentally ill and engaging in these tactics and doing so for no legitimate purpose whatsoever other than the fact that they are mentally ill. They're demons, so they engage in targeting without any basis to do so. This is what a population shares. This is P.O.C. Employee number 4441 is engaging in that pattern of conduct, doing so from Fontana to Ontario, and criminal summoning is the basis of federal prison. This is the pattern of conduct that OMNITRANS shares with the state of California while they're monitoring on the road, the highway. So you already know the truth of this. I'm documenting it because the entity is not just only being prosecuted. This is civil damages. I'm accumulating, doing my due diligence because the entity is going to compensate. The entity that has impossible light on this bus that you've already seen, you already know that employee 4441, I'm merely taking names. You already know what Ontario Police and Fontana Police are doing. I'm merely taking names. There is no time ever under any circumstances that sunlight would appear on the roof of these buses like I'm documenting, and they forget about that when I'm documenting the pattern of conduct, like with the police, under which circumstances you're going to prison. This is P.O.C. He's not the only one. Everybody on the bus is gang stalking. The entity maintains cameras. The entity is maintaining, I just want to be clear, they often engage in what is not permitting people to pay, and that's a matter of what is trying to get in the way of documenting who's getting on and off the bus. They use their phones. They are on camera engaging in transactions. They limit that, I've noticed, when the entity's engaging in what is, when they're being documented and the entity's just letting people on the bus for free. But nonetheless, the entity is engaging in the P.O.C. This is the same people of the state, and they are documented by the thousands. It is currently 7:30 p.m. This is P.O.C. Criminal summoning with OMNITRANS in furtherance of murder and psychological torture, and it is sexual violence. P.O.C.